different. How about a feta pie? We're going to try this one today. A lady was doing it on her channel, and I like to watch a bunch of different cooking classes, and I saw this one and thought, wow, it looked really good. So why don't we give it a try? The main thing, the new thing in this is Phyllo pastry. You can buy this in your freezers at the grocery store. And what comes in it is a package of rolled up thin pastry. So it's like this. It's all rolled up. And what we are going to do with this is we are going to cut it up. It's the best way to do it, into little strips. So you can see me? Yeah, you can. Okay. So we're going to cut this up just into like this wide. See that? And I did the whole package, and that is our pastry for this pie. You want to put your oven on at 350, and I generally don't put my oven on in the summer, but I want to make this, and I want to make chicken divine, I believe it's called. One wonderful friend mentioned that she likes to make this for a potluck, and I've never had it, so I looked it up. And I found a pretty cool recipe for it that I'm happy with, that I'm going to make. So anyway, we've got all this done, as you can see. And what you have to do is you tear it apart, like you all these pieces that are stuck together, the flakes of pastry, you're going to separate them. You want them separated. Now you don't want to do this too far ahead, because I guess this dries right out, and that would make it super hard. So anyway, that is done. The other thing I have done is I took a zucchini on my mandolin. Mandolins are, I'll tell you, they're scary. I had this nice blade on this that sliced it, and it diced it too. Let's see if you can see that. You see there's sharp little blades on that? Okay, so that diced my zucchini. So I have all my zucchini here. I have yellow, and I did buy green, but I didn't slice it up. And then we have some feta cheese. Now I want to tell you about our feta cheese. I went and bought a great big tub of it. I love feta cheese. And it stays in the brine. You keep it in the brine. You can see. And there's more than we need right now. So I took about a cup of it out. I cut it up and I crumbled it. So what I wanted to mention was, I didn't know, but I can freeze my feta cheese. So I'm going to take that big box and I'm going to separate it up and freeze it. And what happens when you take it out is it crumbles easier. Great way to help save money and have feta on hand. So let's get making this recipe. There's a few other things we need. So we did our Phyllo pastry all done, and you stretch it out, you separate it. I have to read my recipe here because it's not something I made before. And you're going to butter a saute pan because it's going in the oven. Now, I think you could put it on a pie plate, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to follow the recipe the first time I make it, and then I'll go from there. So I buttered it all up the sides because that's going in the oven. So a cast iron pan, if you've got a saute pan, that will go in the oven, great, at 350. So I've got that done. Now I'm going to prepare the filling. Okay, I grated my zucchini. Oh, and it says to squeeze out the liquid. I didn't do that. So let's get some paper towel, try and squeeze out some liquid out of my zucchini. I don't often do that. I don't think to do that. Anyway, so my zucchini. Oh yeah, look at the water in that. Okay. So we're going to squeeze out the water out of our zucchini. I've been looking up many zucchini recipes because it's just that time in the garden, right? Who has a better idea on how to squeeze that out? There must be a better way than breaking all my paper towel on here to keep the paper towel out of the zucchini. Okay, so zucchini is in my dish. Put it there. All right. Now, you put it in a sieve and squeeze out the liquid. Well, that makes sense. So you put it in a colander and you would squeeze it, and that would push the liquid out. All right, so we're going to mix yogurt, milk, and eggs. So you use Greek yogurt. So about a cup of Greek yogurt, we're going to pour in with my zucchini. And move this out of the way. All right. It calls for just a little bit over a cup of yogurt. The measurements are in milliliters. Yeah, milliliters. So you add that. You're going to add 150 mils of milk, which is about half a cup of milk, and 4 eggs. So I have eggs. I'm supposed to have my cheese. Mix yogurt, milk, and eggs until smooth. I already got my zucchini in there. Oh well, that's just me. 1 egg. Now you can mix your eggs separate before you put them in there so that they're well beat up. That's up to you. I throw everything in together and just mix it. It's not, I don't find it too hard, but it is better. It is better to mix up your eggs before you put it in. Follow the instructions, but I'm not very good at following instructions. Anyway, when I'm cooking. So we're going to put that in. We're going to mix it up. And what else do we do now? Smooth and add all the other ingredients except the pastry. All right, so I want to mix that up. So my eggs are mixed up. Now this is a vegetarian meal, and I'm making this for my lunches actually. I'll have it once, maybe tonight for supper. I'm going to make a Greek salad to go with it, and tzatziki. I'm going to make that too. And then I will use the rest for leftovers for my lunches this week. So this is a Greek feta pie. Nice taste of Greek food this week. Do you do theme weeks anytime with your foods? I don't do theme weeks, but I do theme meals. I do like to have a Mexican meal and a Greek meal. Okay, so there's my eggs mixed up, and it would have been easier if I had done it ahead, I'm sure. Anyway, so we're going to add the feta cheese, which I cut and crumbled, and it calls for about a cup of feta cheese. Put that all in. Okay, and I want to take that out because I have to use my hands. Now we're going to add some spices. I need mozzarella cheese. Oh, and I also need a 1/4 cup of mozzarella cheese. Instructions here. 1/4 cup of mozzarella cheese. And then we're going to get to the spices. So, lots of options on the spices. We're going to add some 3 onion dip, or you can just add an onion chopped up if you don't happen to have any seasoning on hand. But I have this, so you know you can replace your onions with this. I'm going to put in the whole 3. I love spice. Then you're going to add, get quite a bit of choices here. We're going to add Greek dressing, lemon dilly, or you may have chicken Slovakia on hand. So this one you can put some of that in if you wanted to. Your lemon dilly and your Greek dressing. So one of these. I'm going to go with the Greek dressing, and you need 1 to 2 tablespoons. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons again because I want lots of flavor in this, and the cheese will be pretty. The cheese and eggs will be pretty plain. And then I'm going to add a little bit of SPG, or you can add salt, pepper. To yours, that's up to you. And we're going to do 1 teaspoon. All right. Do I need any more? No, that's it. So there's my spices in, and we're going to stir that up. Oh, that smells good now. All right. So then you just stir it up. Mix everything in, and then we're going to add the Phyllo pastry. So you're going to take a big handful, and you're going to pop it in, and you're going to mix it till that gets all nice and wet. Then you're going to add another one. You're going to do it 3 to 4 steps. So there's that one, and we're going to keep adding. Add a little more. Mix it up, and then we're going to put that in our pan, and it's going to go in the oven, and it takes a while. It takes, I believe, 35 to 40 minutes to cook, and then when it comes out, it's just beautiful. It's like all stuck together, well, like a pie, and you'll flip it out of your pan, and you cut it, put it on a plate, you add your Greek salad. And like I said, you make some tzatziki and put it on the side to have with the pie. All right, so that's getting quite full there. Now, when she did it, she put her hands right in and mixed it up. I'm trying to avoid that. But you could do it. I do know that when I started this, I was going to use a smaller bowl, and I'm glad I used a bigger one because I knew I needed room to mix this up. So let's get the last of it in. The last bit, put that in. That worked out quite well. All right, perfect. Mix that up. I'm just going to check I have everything in here. My spices. I have matzo, feta, the eggs, the milk. I put the Greek yogurt in. Okay, good. So the Greek yogurt and the eggs and the cheese will give you lots of protein to fill you up. There we go. That is all done. So we're going to take that, and then you're just going to pour it into a skillet that's going to go in the oven. Just pour that in. Make sure you get all the liquid, and then I would pat it out. Now see, I see something I want to show you. All right, so I have just a little ball of pastry here that's stuck together, and that's because I had missed that one and it didn't get separated. So this is where I'm going to get my hands right in and try and separate them up, or you're going to have a lump of pastry there. Here's another one. They need to be separated, so you need to check that. Maybe even check it before you start putting each piece in, making sure they're all separated to just help it go better in your pie. All right, so there's my pie, all done. Gotta wash my hands. And we're gonna pop that in the oven, like I said, for 30 to 45 minutes. And then I will show it to you when I plate it up with a Greek salad. And it goes in the oven without a lid. Right, so stick it in the oven. And I'll put my timer on, and we'll check that out later. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. That was something totally different for you to try out. Let me know if you try it and if you enjoy it too. Take